3, 2,
4,
1. Oh, for
One.
fuck's sake. 3, 2, 1.
1,
Alright. No,
3.
I didn't. Alright, everyone stop.
10.
1,
3,
3,
3,
3,
2, 1.
1.
Josh, can you sing us the podcast intro, please?
Bow chicka wow wow. What's up, my dudes? It's my dude. Coming back with another episode of My Dude with the dudes.
Oh, that's pathetic as usual.
Oh,
Hello,
fucking
I'm
shut up,
Cameron.
Cam.
The
Nothing's
captain.
good enough for
This is the
Cameron.
Celtic Voyage. That's Paris, first
Hello.
mate.
Yeah.
Josh is chef, not cook or chief or whatever he wants.
Still the chief.
Not cook or chief.
Not the cook or the chief. What
No.
am I?
Chef.
That's right. Don't you forget it. Today on the menu we have Subway.
Eat fresh.
Yeah, just Subway better give us some money for that one. Recommending
This
their
episode
product.
is sponsored by...
No, it's not. Cut that out.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's getting cut.
We wish this episode was sponsored by Subway.
Yeah,
I think
there
we
we go.
can
That's
leave
better.
that in.
That one's a good one. Alright, cut. Next scene.
So Paul Johnson isn't here. Why?
He's in space, saving the universe.
Did
In
you say
Spain.
in space or in Spain? Yeah.
Well, both.
Oh,
It's just, he's everywhere.
Spain is in space, confirmed. Next.
We are Paul Johnson.
Check, please.
Speaking of Paul Johnson being in space and or Spain, that brings me to the endgame question of the week.
In pain.
This week's
we're in pain
Avengers
without
endgame
him.
question.
No, not Endgame. We haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
I have. Paris has.
Okay.
The
Go.
question
What's your
is,
question?
what was everyone's favorite Infinity War quote?
That's a good
Mine
end
was
game
definitely
related
that
question.
one from Spider-Man when he said, "I don't feel so good,"
Chief.
and that's the only line I remember
I don't feel so good, Captain.
from the entire franchise. Every Marvel movie ever. That's the only quote I know.
I only asked for Infinity War, so you could have just. explained a
Yeah,
bit
well,
of
I
it.
decided to embarrass myself further.
What about?
Quotes.
But they want my bird.
That's not from Infinity
Excuse me?
War.
Yeah, but he said across all of the Marvel movies.
Ah, that's a pretty good one. Is that some kind of bird in Russia? Is this some kind of Russian bird?
Did your
Yeah,
head
that's a
fit
good
in
one.
that? Drone better.
Why is a drone better?
Yes, I
Drone
was a
better.
fool. I
I'm
was-
thinking you could be.
My favourite quote is,
That's a good one.
"I am the captain now."
That's not even Marvel.
Nah, doesn't Captain America say that
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
first Captain
Yeah.
America movie?
that's definitely the one I was quoting. Thanks, Paris.
You're welcome.
Champion.
actually, he says it in the second one.
In the
the
second
first one,
one.
he was still a private. He was
Yeah,
private
the first one
America.
was just a private. It was just Private America.
Wow, cool joke.
What? What are you talking about?
You said the exact same thing I did, didn't you?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Wow.
I was just
thanks.
I was
Doesn't
just showing
count.
my knowledge of the Marvel universe.
No,
I was so enthralled by it that I just didn't hear any other sounds except my own voice.
Wow. Probably used to that.
No.
Paris, what's your favorite Avengers Infinity War quote?
So it can't be from any movie. It just
No.
has to be from.
Uh,
Didn't you
can-
read the rules?
After
Oh, shit.
answer Infinity War, you can say your favorite quote of all time from the MCU. But
My favorite Infinity War quote.
did you snap your fingers?
I did. That's
That
my
was a-
favorite quote.
It's not a quote.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could be.
Thanos says it.
Someone had to write it in the script.
My favorite
Um,
quote is Thor got hit by a train or something.
I don't remember
Was that in there
one.
as well? Thor got hit by a train, something?
Endgame. He was in a train in Dark World though, so there's that.
My favorite
He-
quote is Hulk smash.
Nice. Paris, what's yours?
I don't really know when or where, but I know he said it at one point. Maybe multiple times. And I liked it.
I can't even think right now.
Come on, I gave you ample time.
Jeez,
to
Paris,
think
this is
about
just
it.
pathetic. I thought you watched Marvel stuff.
I thought I did too.
Same.
I guess I could say like perfectly balanced, like all things should be. Maybe.
Nice. That's a good one.
My favourite quote was from all the reviewers who said Black Panther was a letdown and nowhere near as good as everyone said.
Did reviewers say that?
The ones that I liked did.
Alright. The ones who got that were shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By YouTube
by
law.
The black community.
Oi,
But the Black
careful.
Panthers.
Careful. Revealing your true colours. I mean, colour.
Why?
Yeah. Cut that.
Speaking of true colours, do you guys reckon that the Chaotic Voyage are the good guys or the bad guys?
They're the guys that no one wants.
I think we're in the middle. We're just like the idiots that sort of get in the way and cause trouble when everyone's like, fuck. Just stop.
Not these guys again.
We're Team Rocket.
Everyone's like assembling for the Avengers team to fight Thanos, and then like we show up and we're like, "Hey guys, Celtic Voyage is here," and they're like, "Fuck, no,
We've gone into an internet cafe and we're just like downloading thousands of gigabytes onto every computer, and the whole just power network shuts down and they can't contact each other anymore. We just ruin everything."
I'm trying to listen to what Captain America has to say, but I'm just listening to the Celtic Voyage instead.
They've taken over every station. They're talking about their favourite Marvel quotes.
My favourite one is Captain America saying, "Look out, Iron Man! Thanos is behind you."
And then
he just said that. And
then saying, "Iron Man." I mean, I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, he says, Iron Man. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no, wait.
Sorry.
Iron Man, can't you hear me? And then Iron Man's listening and he can just hear us.
Heat of the battle, like Avengers vs Thanos, and like everyone's waiting for Cap's next order, and like Iron Man's about to get hit by Thanos, and Cap's just like, Iron Man turns around, gets hit by Thanos, and then Cap's just like, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Why are you saying that? Why are you even saying that Thanos, when Thanos hits Iron Man? What? What are you talking about, bro?
What? Endgame?
Wow.
I'm not.
Speaking of Endgame,
I already know what happened.
Speaking of fake, that's a terrible segue. I was gonna cut that bit out.
No, say it.
let's just cut all of this.
Alright,
Say it.
sounds like a plan. Alright, we're
Our
restarting.
podcast is just 2 minutes long. Just the intro.
Awesome. I'm glad people listen to us. My next question was, if the Celtic Voyage had like a villain, an arch nemesis of sorts, who do you reckon it would be?
Always.
And why? That's what I was thinking earlier. I was just like,
Because
What, you mean
As
out of
Fassi
people we
put it,
know, or like
he's
just
me.
in general.
our villain would be the ocean?
That's a good
Aquaman.
one. Seagulls.
That doesn't really make sense. It's like the Avengers villain is the universe, because that's where they live.
Yeah.
No,
And what's your point, bro?
that's dumb.
Oh, point taken, bro.
Jeez.
Comment.
Well, it
Aggressive,
was
I
dumb. I'm not
guessed.
going to apologize for that.
I didn't ask you to apologize.
Yeah, well,
You're-
I'm talking to Paris, who's like
Yeah, fuck you,
offended
Paris.
for you.
You're
Yeah.
harassing our guest.
Guest.
Josh is, yeah, he's like a temporary member.
He's a
Right, well, when
season
you guys are
regular.
going hungry on the oceans, on the wide seas,
Our enemy.
and you don't have any food, just know that it's because I'm only a guest. I'm not here all the time.
Yeah.
Catch your own damn fish.
Sometimes the cook is away, just like on a break, on a sick day.
Yeah. I'm just down in like the basement of the ship, the lower parts, playing pool by myself. And
Nice.
you guys are like, we're starving, we need food. I'm just like, nah,
Josh is
no,
like,
bro.
I'm not in till tomorrow. Don't bother me.
Oh, am I? You jerk.
But I said seagulls. They could be our enemy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pesky
Like that
seagulls.
pro Overwatch player called Seagull.
Yeah, I hate
that's
him.
the one.
He can like,
Damn, dude.
He's like
he can just stop.
our major competition as far as succeeding. Like if you
Yeah.
didn't play Overwatch, we would have made it by now. I
All
reckon.
of the Chaotic Voyage fans are watching Overwatch streams and not us, so that's why.
Our next step is to take over the networks of like those streams and shit. So instead of hearing the commentating, they'll just hear us talking. That's the next step in the Chaotic Voyage plan.
I like it.
Our master plan.
Our master chef. It's me.
Nice.
That's my
you're
ultimate
the
goal
master
on the
chef.
seas is to become the master chef.
Or the Master Chief.
No.
The mustard chief.
The Chief of Mustard.
Someone has to be.
I'm doing it.
Speaking of someone having to be, I forgot what the next question was.
Speaking of Mustard Chef.
Were you gonna segue into something? Or?
I think he was hoping you would.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my own segue, but thanks.
That's how we should do the segues, is someone says the first part and then the other person has to come up with
Speaking of
something that works. ...
Speaking of Mustard
Dick.
Chef, did you guys see the episode of Master Chef last night where the guy got covered in mustard? That was crazy.
No.
What were they thinking, trying to make a dish that was made purely out of mustard? It was never going to work.
I don't know, but they went for it, and I'll give them that. But
yeah, that was brave.
The look on the judges' faces when they saw that, and
when they're like, "This is a mustard cake with mustard puree.
This is a bowl of mustard
with a glass of freshly squeezed mustard on the side."
My favorite. Like,
I'm not sure about this old mustard dish, to be honest.
It's a bit overwhelming on the palate.
Look, the mustard.
Just a tad.
The mustard overpowers the mustard. The mustard sauce overpowers the mustard.
It overpowers the bowl.
The mustard just overpowers, I'd say. I feel overpowered right now.
I feel extremely port-powered right now. Speaking of mustard power, did you guys watch the game on the weekend?
Yeah, it's crazy how that guy ran out on the field covered in mustard.
That's not where I was going. Fucking port power, my dudes. They're playing good this year, except in the last quarter. They sucked in the last quarter, but my man Rosie, he'd a real G money unit.
What?
Right. That's right. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know a word that you just said.
Neither do I. But there's a new guy on the team called Rosie, and he's a bloody legend.
That sounds like bullshit to me.
Every time he gets the ball, something good happens. Every goddamn time. And there's another guy named Butters, but we keep calling him Buttons.
Butters?
I like this we. It's something I always found weird about sporting things. It's like, oh yeah, we won on the weekend. It's like, who? Oh, Port Power. It's like, well, you didn't do shit. It's fucking Port Power who won.
But
yeah, I gave him support.
Good work, Josh.
The Port Power.
Support the power.
By the port.
Speaking of supports.
And the docks.
What's your guys' favourite bridges?
I like the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's got pretty good supports, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the...
Yes?
Don't like anything. Hate all of the bridges.
He hates everything.
Time to burn the bridges, Cam.
What about Jeff Bridges? Do you like him?
Yeah, sure. Whoever
I'm
that
not
is.
very convinced. You don't know who Jeff Bridges is?
Jeff Bridges.
No.
It's Obadiah Stane, right?
Yeah.
The hell is Dire Stane?
Obadiah.
You're not helping me here.
Scuba Diver Stane.
Scuba Diver Steve.
You mean you
know
don't
when
know
you
who
get
Scuba Diver Shane is?
You know when you get a stain on your scuba suit?
What the hell happened in this conversation? I just asked who this... I can't even remember his name now. You said so many...
Scuba Diver Shane.
Yeah.
Oh,
honey, where's my scuba suit?
Shane, it's in the wash. I fucking told you.
Shane, mate.
You guys are a couple of knobs.
You're the knob for not knowing who Scuba Diver Shane is.
Most important villain in Iron Man history.
That's it. I'm Googling him.
I'd say in all of history.
No,
if I'm honest.
the Mandarin.
That's still in Iron Man's history, though. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I wanted to say the Mandarin.
Obadiah Stane is probably the best Iron Man villain. But he's
What
not
do
the
you-
best villain because that's Mandarin.
What do you think about how the Mandarin was portrayed in Iron Man 3?
I think it was a bold choice.
The hell is the
Very
Mandarin?
bold. It's like the main villain, besides Scuba Diver Shane.
And Aldrich Killian.
Oh, Scuba Diver Shane. Poor soul.
Screw you, Scuba Diver.
Damn you, Iron Man. I will get you.
Can I be a
Get
villain of
defeat
the
me.
Celtic Voyage now?
Scuba Diver
villain ever
Shane.
was Scuba Diver Shane.
I think we answered the question, yeah. It's Scuba Diver Shane.
When you do your Celtic
He's our
Voyage D&D campaign, he'll be the main villain.
Well, Oasis is the main villain, but Scuba Diver Shane is our first villain.
Yeah.
Oasis and his league of scuba divers.
Yeah.
Evil scuba divers.
Scuba divers assemble.
They
And
will
like,
pull
poke
you
the bottom
under
of the boat.
and not let you back up. What if you don't go in the water, though?
Yeah. Checkmate,
Th-
Scuba
this-
Diver Shane.
Is their weakness just land?
Yeah.
Like, scuba divers, they're useless on land, so to fight us, we just have to, like, join them in the water. And then we're
I
just
like
like,
the
no, we don't want to do that.
I like the idea that like, you think of scuba divers as, like, useless on land.
These scuba divers can't get out of their scuba suits. They're just, like, constantly got flippers on, and so, like, walking around on land is, like,
Oasis
a nightmare.
genetically modified them so that the suits were a part of their skin.
Nice.
They grew the suits.
Scuba suit grew the suit.
Almost.
Anyways,
Almost.
speaking of Scuba Diver Shane,
What do you mean?
if you guys were to come up with a villain based on a profession and a random name, what would it be?
Janitor Jim.
Jesus. Watch him clean up the heroes.
Duster Dustin.
He cleans everyone's desk but mine, and it just pisses me off. He has it out for me.
Brickworker Brenton.
Nice.
Why is he the villain? What did he do?
It's not what he's done.
He-
It's what he's going to do.
He,
He threw a brick at you one time.
yeah, sure. I think when our ship was being built, he tried to like replace some of the wood with bricks so that we would sink. That damn Brenton. Wait, is that what I
What if-
said? Is that the name I gave? I can't
Brenton.
remember.
Yeah.
What if we made the ship out of bricks? What if we fucking didn't?
No,
Brenton?
Brenton.
That's a
I don't
dumb
think that would
idea.
work.
But that's all part of my master plan. The Celtic Voyage can't sail if it sinks.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the Brenton.
Yeah, the bricks.
Which leads me to my next Avengers Endgame question.
Milo,
What are
the
your
serial
guys'
killer.
superheroes' names?
What are our superhero names?
Yeah, like for the Celtic Voyage. I'm Captain Chaos.
Right.
What's yours?
Mustard Chief.
Alright.
We already discussed this.
Mustard Chief. Fuck.
Fuck.
And fuck. Fuck.
I'd
away.
be the Deadly Diner.
Deadly Diner.
Yeah, it doesn't work because I'm the one who cooks, though.
Yeah.
We'd be the Deadly Diners.
We're the Dead Diners because
You'd be the
Josh is fucking
Sinister
horrible
Chef.
cooking. Ooh, Sinister Chef sounds cool.
Or the Chef of Death.
Chef of Death.
I just burn everything.
The only thing
Every
I
meal
cook.
that comes out is burnt as fuck. Charcoal. Literal charcoal.
The only thing that I'm ever going to cook is your last meal. The Chef of Death returns in the next Celtic
I
Voyage
will
episode.
cook your heart. And feed it to you. Not much of a hero. Sound like a bit of an asshole.
Well, we decide that we're not really the heroes.
I will
But-
be the stomach filler.
Oh.
Filler of stomachs. What's wrong with that?
I don't know, it just sounds...
Sounds a bit
I don't
fucking
know.
gross. I've been a hell dodgy chef. My
Sounds a
only
bit fucking
experience is
fucked.
working in the McDonald's kitchen, and then I got recruited on the ship for some reason.
We needed someone badly. We just hired whoever.
Well, as we're like going out, like heading to our boat, we're like, fuck, we don't have a cook. And we're like at Macca's at the time. And we like point at Josh and it's like, get in. We're going to see. And it's like, we've got to see what? And it's like,
Everything.
we're going to see the world. Nice.
Well, that's some backstory for you. Those
It's gotta
that
be.
didn't know.
I just want to think of more. There's gotta be something good for the chef. There has to be.
Chef of Death was pretty good,
Yeah,
I thought.
I thought it was
Cocky
good too.
cook.
Good job, Paris.
Thanks, man. Cocky cook.
Animal Slayer.
You didn't really kill the animals, though.
Peter.
You just desecrate their bodies.
Who's Peter?
The guy who protects the animals.
Protection Peter.
That's my villain. My personal arch nemesis is a guy named Peter. P-E-T-A.
Nice.
And you always give him shit about his misspelt name.
Yeah. Fucking jackass.
You may have won this round, Peter, but your name fucking sucks.
Shut up.
Leave me alone.
Scuba diver Shane and Peter join forces.
Are they good enough to take down the Celtic Voyage? Who knows? Probably not. No one can take us down.
Not even YouTube can take our videos down.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Copyright strike us?
Copyright stride on her.
Cut that, Cameron.
Oh, that's my other favourite villain.
Cameron's
Cut that,
speech
Cameron.
impediment. Oh,
Nah, cut that, Cameron.
nice. It's
He's
like,
the version of you that just cuts everything. Nothing's ever good enough.
What about
yeah.
One Punch Man? And I'm just like a chef who only makes punches. Or
That's
punch.
Why don't you be like
Copyright
One
strike.
Punch Chef then?
One Cook Man.
Because you can only cook one thing.
Yeah.
Dirt water soup.
No. Chicken wings.
It's so good for some chicken wings.
You don't really get the whole improv thing. It's all about yes and, Josh. None of this no business.
What
Yeah, what?
did you
Like-
say?
Rule 1 of improv is yes and. Like,
I've never heard of that. Please
Someone says something.
expand.
say something, someone.
Someone.
I'll be like, yes, and I don't know how to fucking go on from that because that
I
was
don't
dumb.
understand.
Like you're doing improv, right?
Alright, so what if I said, help, my house is on fire?
Yeah. So then I'll be like, yes, and my hands are jelly, or something dumb like that.
Oh god! You could be called
it's like the opposite.
nonsensing man.
It's like it's not really like that. It's just don't be like no. It's like the house is on fire. It's like no, it isn't. It's like oh well, that you're supposed to improv. It's like nah. It's basically what Liam Neeson does in that video.
It's pretty much like, you saw The Office, right, Cameron? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I think Michael goes to like some improv class thing,
I think
Yeah.
I remember that.
and he's just
A few times.
really shit at it.
He
That's
always
right.
resorts to guns or something, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah. He's like, I have a gun.
Just because
What
he's
did-
like, it's like the most intense thing that you could possibly do. No matter what the scene is that they're acting, if someone has a gun, it's way more intense.
They're
That's
like,
it.
alright, you're not allowed to use guns. And I
Yeah,
think it like
pretty much.
whispers to the dude. The dude puts his hand up and they're like, what did he whisper? It's just like, he said he's got a gun.
Oh, that's a classic, that one. Bloody hell. I've been watching Parks and Rec again. So I sort of like forgot everything about it. And this time I'm going to
Nice.
get past
Nice.
where I was at last time.
Where were you at last time?
I can't remember. That's
Nice.
why I'm rewatching.
Where are you up to?
I know that I was somewhere around, definitely past where I'm up to now.
Okay,
which
cool.
is like I just watched the camping episode where
Oh, yeah.
Andy,
Ron.
aka Chris Pratt, goes to the wrong campsite.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
I remember
He
it
has
getting
to drink
kind of
most of the
boring around this
champagne to
point,
survive.
where what's her name? Did
You're the one
online-
watching it, Josh.
Huh?
You're the one watching this show.
Leslie and the
Nelson?
dude
Oh, yeah.
from. Oh god. I was gonna say Pleasantville. What is that one? The Good Place. Adam Scott. Adam
Ben.
Scott.
Ah, yeah.
When they start getting together, I feel like it got really boring around then. Like it comes just too much about them. And that's why I stopped watching originally, which is literally at this point now. So I'm gonna try and push through it, and it'll hopefully be good.
Nice. Good luck.
Good luck. I think I don't know. It's probably one of my favorite series.
Does it
What?
get better?
It
does it, like,
gets
does it-
better, Josh.
Like, I mean, like, is the last half as good as the first half, kind of thing?
It's a good question.
I think the last season.
the last
isn't as good.
season's kind of crappy.
It always is with these kinds of shows.
Yeah,
They
But
was
the
just
thing
go a
is,
season too long.
I like this couple of seasons before that. You know, season season 9 was that? Was that the last one?
There are that
I
many
think 7.
seasons. Wow.
7 was the last, I
7
think.
seems a bit more realistic.
Okay, never mind. All right, yeah, the last season was bad. The first one was kind of baddish, but you know, it's because they have to like set the story and the scene.
Yeah, the first
That
season's
took
a
a
bit
while.
meh. I
You
think
can
it's
forgive it.
I think the first season they tried to make Leslie too stupid.
I think the first season they tried to copy The Office too much, and it
Yeah,
had, like
I agree.
the characters were just like basic
Dumb.
copies, and then
Leslie was like really fucking dumb in the first season, and then she sort of got a bit smarter, and it was like became a bit more normal, but still funny.
yeah, I think she was supposed to be like the Michael.
Yeah,
So,
but she.
Yeah,
I prefer her to Michael, to be honest. Like in the long run,
yeah.
Michael in short bursts is hilarious, but over time it's just kind of like, okay, he's doing something silly again. Aha.
Classic Michael and his shenanigans.
Yeah.
yeah, but I like pretty much every season except for the first and last one in that show. So I do think it gets better.
All right.
I don't know which season you're up to now.
I think
Maybe
we're
like
like
4
near
or
the end
5.
of season 3.
3, okay. Yeah, I think it gets better. It's still good for
yeah.
quite a while.
Yeah.
But if you don't like the whole Ben and Leslie stuff, then maybe you won't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't mind
Depends,
that
like,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, it just like became like really normal at this point, I think. But what I remember, like Andy and what's her name are together, and then they're together, and it's like it's just too. It just seemed really stable.
Like it
like
just
it-
becomes about the relationships.
Yeah,
So-
I like it. It's like in The Office. I never really. I always enjoyed it more like during the periods where things weren't good between the characters I liked, because like more interesting things happened.
Yeah.
Do you like the kind of drama stuff? Where
I don't know. It's hard to say. 'Cause I don't know. Maybe Office is a little bit different because what's his name? Oh my god,
John Krasinski?
Jim and Pam were like,
Yeah.
they just had to be together because
they
right
built it
from
up
the-
for so long.
Yeah.
Best love story ever, guys.
it was a good one though.
I'm not a fan
like
of it.
you knew they were gonna end up together, but I did like how I'm
cameraman
gonna say
got
that they
involved?
made it. No, I thought that was stupid.
Really? I haven't really
Yeah.
watched it. I only know that part because I watched like a few episodes here and there, like ages ago. But I did start like a proper watch through not long ago, and I haven't got up to there yet.
I was gonna say, I like how they kind of made the relationship, or how they got to the relationship realistic, which might sound stupid, but how it was just like all about timing. You know,
Yeah,
at the start she was with like Roy, I think his name was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like she becomes like free, but then Jim's with that girl. I forget what
Anne
her name
from
is.
bloody.
Anne.
It's not Anne in the
Yeah,
other one,
yeah,
it's
she's
Anne in
not
the other
Anne,
one.
but you know, yeah. And then, you know, it takes them a while to come around. You know they're going to end up together, but it's...
Yeah.
I like how it didn't just happen straight away. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And I like that they actually did get together at some point, because in these shows, they sort of tend to string that sort of stuff out, like, really long. But they actually ended up in a relationship for a good, like, couple of seasons.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
just
think.
like, them getting together for half a season or something. That would have been stupid.
Yeah, I feel like most shows would, like, drag that out right to the end, and then in the last 2 episodes they get together and everyone's like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
that,
it's the
yeah.
end.
Nah, they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same in How I Met Your Mother, except Robin and Ted only got together for like 1 season.
I
Or,
have never
or maybe
watched
it was a bit less than that.
properly.
It's worth
Although, you know,
Unfortunately.
there were like flings here and there afterwards, so it kind of paid off, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know.
How I Met Your Mother is something that I definitely got to watch at some point. I sort of like...
It's not on Netflix anymore, I think. They got rid of it.
Oh, really?
I'll download it.
Yeah, like, 'cause
Wow.
they...
That's illegal.
Or, Josh, I'm sorry, but we're not those kind of pirates.
I am.
I
We're...
don't think we're pirates.
Steve is.
I
We're
am.
going to have to report you to the nautical police.
But he's
To
the only
police
guy on our
boats.
podcast who dresses like a pirate.
We're going to have to report you to Steve.
Okay.
Steve's like, oh, could you download that for me too?
God
Yeah.
damn it, man. Cam, you watched any more One Piece?
One Piece,
Piece.
don't give it up. Josh, yes, I have. I
Don't
just
give up on me, Josh. I'll watch it.
finished the Arlong arc. I think that's his
Oh, yeah.
name. That was cool.
The hour-long arc. That's not a very long arc.
It's still in its infancy, but like you can sort of see that there are some pretty badass moments.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot more than the rest of it.
Yeah, because the
Like-
first couple of arcs are pretty shitty. But yeah,
Dude,
that's good.
Do they ever
Like,
get away from the whole, like, they just have to talk about how good the villain is?
What do you
Like,
mean?
that's one of the things that annoyed me at the start, was like, they kept building up this villain. It's like, oh my god, Captain fucking
Chaos.
Big Dick. He's like,
Captain Big Dick.
he's so strong, his punches can break the world, and then he punched Luffy, and then it's like, but not me. And then everyone's like, wow.
Well, Luffy's rubber or something, so it's
I mean,
fine.
there are a few moments like that, but I'm not
Elastic.
really entirely sure what you mean.
Like,
I mean,
I
yeah, they
prefer
build
when
up
villains are
villains.
shown how strong they are, but like, I felt that the first few seasons of One Piece, well, arcs of One Piece it's more they tell you how strong the villain is, and you're like, yeah, okay, I guess he's really strong. That's just how I felt.
I don't know. I think that the first few arcs are really condensed and like small. So
Yeah.
the bigger ones, there are like more encounters with the bad guys. So you sort of, you do sort of see what they're capable of a bit more, rather than only hearing about it. And then there's that one big encounter.
Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Cool.
But I think episode 53, I kind of like worked it out the other day, is where like you really get a feeling of what One Piece is all about. The episode is literally called "The Legend Begins."
Nice.
It's like a good one.
You
They
get
go
to the One
I won't-
Piece. Gotta go.
They finally get the One Piece.
They're on
They
the
go to the
Grand
island
Line.
where,
Nice.
and it's pretty cool. Well,
Wow,
like,
spoilers.
not a spoiler.
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
You just told me what
'Cause
happened. That's a spoiler.
I didn't tell you nothing about it.
Yeah, but you told me what happens. That's
No
still a
way,
spoiler,
dude.
Josh. Can't watch it. Ruined.
Uh,
Well, I tried, Josh. I just couldn't make it through One Piece. It got spoiled for me too much.
Look, man, I know that you'll be alright.
You don't know
speaking
that.
of
I'm
spoilers,
so annoyed by that. I avoided spoilers so hard, and then I saw that in like the worst spot. It was like I saw a tweet, and then it like showed the first comment under it without me clicking on it, and that was where it was. And I was like, eh.
Damn. Yeah. What?
speaking of not being able to form sentences properly, Cameron, did you fix your speech problem from the last episode and the one before that?
What's the speech problem?
Um,
Just my...
Phenomenon.
I just don't know how to speak Paris. It's not going to change.
What happened?
I don't know. There's been a few times that Cameron just can't get his words out.
Paris, you've known me for like a long time now. I just suck at speaking.
Well, not this bad. Not this often.
I just get nervous. I forget what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
We all have.
Well, you should
those
fix
moments, I think.
Thanks, Paris.
Cameron, you should just not be nervous.
You know what?
Drink
I should
water.
I should just drink some water. That's my problem. That's why I can't speak.
That'll
right.
fix everything. Cameron.
Why not think of that? Look, I got water right next to me. Let me drink this and I'll...
You'll be a better man. Everything will
Wow,
be fixed.
I can talk.
Anyway, I reckon I can see the mist is shifting, and I can see some land in the distance.
Oh, it looks like a waste is coming out of the mist.
Oh shit!
And it's got an infinity gauntlet. Oh no!
Find out what happens next time on the Chaotic Voyage.
God, land distance by.
I don't feel so good.